What's up, everybody? It's the start of the season. So we're making it rain. She's flowing. We'll put the black light up here now. Some potential up in here.
Holy shit. Jamin.
Oh my gosh. We found literally Aladdin's cave.
Check that out. Straight ahead, down the bottom, even down here, right on this bit. And then
It's all pieces of opal. That's insane.
look at that big chunk straight up the center.
Mate. This is why these things are worth every cent that you pay for them. Because that under UV light, opal kind of fluoresces like this bright blue colour. And as you just saw there, and it's just bing! Blue everywhere. So this pile here is probably going to be full of it as well. Far out. This is going to be a good start to the season. So, I'm going to keep stabbing at this. We'll try and get a good pile going here. Shake it. We'll get the shaker table and probably a loader because we're going to have to clear this in a minute. We'll put the black light on this and see if we've got bloody millions of bucks coming out of the first hole. You know the other reason we're doing this as well is because start of the season, you don't want to start your season just by going weeks and weeks without finding anything. You need to start your season on a find, and the boys are finding stuff here. So we're here now. It's raining rocks. Hallelujah, it's raining rocks. I think we got a pretty decent pile, eh? That came down awfully quick. But that's what happens when you just buy on an old shaft. It's all just loose dirt that's sat there for ages in the bottom of, you know, I think this here is about a 20-foot shaft straight to the surface. And it's just filled with old loose dirt that's already been dug. We need to open that back up just so that we have more airflow coming through the mine, and with the hope of finding some material in all this backfill. Let's quickly put the black light on it, and then we'll go grab the loader and the shaker table and sift through it. We got opal, bing. It's a bit on a rock. This rock is absolutely impregnated with opal. Look at that. Well, yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That actually kind of looks like something funky, like wood or something. Maybe a little bone. Yeah, wood. Look at that. There's definitely heaps more wood in here from what you guys got. That's another little bit of whatever it is. And this is all just, here, look. Another bit that's like on top there. I don't even know what that is. Bro, this is just the one little bit here. This is looking like a good start to the season. Look at that. Wood. Alright. We're gonna stop for a minute. We need to go get the shaker table. Oh, what the hell is that? That was like some nuclear goop. Hi, Froggy. Whoa, buddy. Where you going? He's got a friend. There's froggies all over.
This is a big old fat frog, dude.
You'd think that you'd have to rescue the frog from down here, but really, this is like the perfect environment. It's all moist underfoot here. You see all the mud. You get such heat outside in the open in White Cliffs that all the bugs and things that aren't up there flock down into the mine. And this little frog here is just getting a feast. He can just sit down here in the cool, dark environment and get whatever bugs are coming by. It's kind of awesome. If I was a frog, that's exactly where I want to be. Hey, bud. Hey. Hey, Hoppy. How you going, Froggy? Now all we need to get is some green like that in the walls. It'll be sweet. Hey, big guy. Alright, we'll leave you to it, Froggy. You keep getting all the mosquitoes down here and we'll keep doing our mining thing. Here she is. The beast. We've got a puppy.
Typical dad.
Didn't fix it.
The amount of times if I would leave something of his out of commission.
He didn't leave more, did he? It's just a one.
I would be in absolutely a lot of strife, but yeah, no, it's fine if dad does it. It's all good.
Look at this, he's left us everything. He's got the compressor here and the tools. He's left it here. But we got to do the fix. At least he left us the tools here. That's not bad.
We've had a bit of problem with that tyre for a little while now. I think we ran over something that's, you know, just given it a puncture. But we've got a brand new tyre down here already. So we'll chuck on this new puppy, get back to work. But the Kanga is an absolute beast. It's an absolute killer machine. It's an Australian company, all made here. And it's been our most reliable piece of gear that we've had so far, hasn't it, JC?
Yeah, this thing's been a godsend, really. Just the biggest problem you face mining is not being able to mine because you got too much backfill and dead dirt there that you got to shift. And this bad boy shifts it real good. We've had a lot of problems in the past trying to change these tyres, pop beads and bent rims and la-di-da. But we didn't have the proper tool, and now that we have this real proper tool for the tracks and the tyres, it's pretty easy. We can just get it all flipped on and off in no time.
I reckon we could probably get it done in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Is that a challenge?
Is that a challenge?
Is that a challenge there, good sir?
You don't reckon we can get it done in 5 minutes?
I reckon we can get it done in 4.
4 minutes? All right then. What are we putting on this?
We got to put the classic bet, don't we? Just beer and pop.
Start to finish, 5 minutes.
I reckon we can get it done in less than 4.
Let's go. Quick.
Old one. All right. There we go.
So it's coming along, we're getting the tyre back on. We've just got to spread them out.
Extend. And inside.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. What a hectic tool. Keep the track on. Get the tyre in.
Just watch out.
Just needs a boot. Give it a boot. Ah.
That's done.
Get on there.
No sweat, easy as.
You go on thread. Oh, that feels good. That feels very good. What?
6 minutes.
Oh.
Well, it looks like we were a little bit confident in ourselves there. It was pretty close.
Yeah.
We were pretty close.
Pretty close.
6 minutes is not bad. So JC was literally just pumping up the tyre with the compressor there. And I'm looking at this wall here, and no joke, there's a little bit of Opal running right through just here.
Found some Opal. There's lots of Opal in this mine, isn't there?
So I honestly don't know if Dad has missed this or
far out. That's
if I've just spotted it. Yeah, crystal green. Check that. By the look of this rusty stuff, it's actually running around here. So I don't know if Dad's missed that or what. But I'm not like, I want to instantly just dig it out when I see that. But this is the area that he's currently working in. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let him know. Hopefully he didn't know it was there, but he'll probably tell me he did know it was just there. We'll see. But hopefully we can come down later at some point and actually dig that out with him. But yeah, pretty cool. There's a bit of Opal right there in the wall.
What about the messed up thing is that could be $1 million straight behind that
100%.
in this little pillory.
Green tree frog.
Green tree frog, it was a good luck, man.
I'll drive the loader around to where we're working, JC, if you just want to head up to the ute and grab the shaker table out of the back. All right, let's get it.
That quality, old school. Look at that. There's wood. There must be so much wood in this hole. Alright, we're gonna give it a black light. Alright. That's the first bit we got. Nice little bit of wood. Let's see what else we got here. Here we go.
There's a massive chunk right there.
Woohoo! Far out, this hole's given already. Look at that. Could just be potch, but still. Oh, look at that.
That is a king size piece.
That's full size, isn't it? And look, it doesn't even look too bad all around. Pretty thick. Whew. Here we go, another bit of wood. Look at that. 3 bits of opal, 2 bits of wood. That's unreal. That's so good. I think that'll do us. Let's get the light on, have a look at what we got. Look at that big boy. Look at that, that's a big chunk of opal. And the old timers would have just thrown that away because, you know, it wasn't full gem grade material and that's all they wanted. Look at the greens in that one. See, that's even a whole step above this big blue bit here. Jeez, that's got greens and blues running through the whole thing. That might have been a mist stone. I kind of like, even the old timers would have thrown stuff like that out. That's just, I don't know what was going through their heads. They must have been finding so much premium opal. That right there, that'll probably be like at least a $500 stone. Probably like, you'd even be able to get $1,000 out of that once it's cut, wouldn't you?
I think once it's cut, we're definitely looking at good money for that green one.
Beautiful greens coming through far out, man. I love these old timers out here.
That's the thing that amazes me. Like, the green blues didn't have that much value for them, so they would just throw them away. And today, they're worth so much money. They just wanted the multicolored red, crystal green, you know, opals. They didn't want just the green blues. Or they kept some of it, but obviously, you know, a lot of it, they just chucked it away down the shaft.
Look at these, there's no opal in them, but nice little fossil tree from however many tens of millions of years ago. Probably 100 million year old tree that this came from. We just picked it up out of a shaft that we're clearing for some air. That's just beautiful. Look at that, another bit bigger. That one's got some cool patterning on it as well. Put a little hole in that, that'll make a great pendant. Look at that. $50.
I think we might give that one away, JC.
Oh, look at the chip. That's another step above the other two. Far out. Mate, they definitely didn't chuck that out. That's just a lost piece. God, and that, look at the quality of that. Like, that's some seriously nice opal. Those reds, that's orange, that's full, that's what you call gem, a little gem chip.
Can I see it?
Yeah, look at that, dude.
Oh my God.
That's not a throwaway.
That's actually ridiculous. I just stuttered a little bit then. It's so nice. That is gorgeous.
Wow.
That one's a throwaway bit, but
See, that's the stuff that they were, you know, keeping all of. So they've left us one tiny little stone behind. But even with something like that, we might be able to cut like a carat stone out of that.
that's special. Oof. That's some good stuff. Size and colour. Far out. Thank you, little air hole. Thank you, old timers. Let's give it another shake, eh? Out you go.
You know, this opal miner thing is bloody fantastic. It's the best job I've ever had. If you want to join the hunt, head over to our website, grab a bag of Opal Hunters pay dirt. All proceeds go towards more gear, more claims, more mining, and more adventures, JC.
More dirty rock adventure.
So head over there, grab a bag of Opal Hunters pay dirt. It really means the world to us, and join the hunt. Thanks, guys. Let's keep on going.
Right. And then we shaka shaka. Shaka shaka. And throw those little ones out. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, already got them flush. Little bits, little bits. Here we go. There's one. There's two. This is great. Looks like a bit of something. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Three. That's a bit of wood. Because they certainly threw out a lot of wood in this hole. Look at that. On top of that. This thing's full of it. That's a weird piece as well. It goes around the other side. Oh, there's lots of dirt on it. We'll just put these in the pocket, these little bits. I'll check them later. That bit can get out of here. We'll just keep blacklighting, eh? What do we have here? Oh, look at that bit in the corner. That's a chunk. Yeah, look at the little bit of colour. You seeing that flash there? On top, there's a little bit of green in that. Need to get you to go and cut these, Jay. See what we really got. Alright, light back off. Let's find more opal in the dark. A little chippy bit in the pocket. A little bit of wood in the pocket. It's just a little chip of wood again. This is a good backfill hole. No, there's a bit. There's a little chunker. I think we'll tip this out. That's about done. There we go, one more bit, one more little bit of wood. Then we'll go and get one more load. Maybe bring down some more dirt. Alright. This is getting quite dirty now, look at that. I think we definitely need to bring some more down. Alright. What do we got here? A couple of chunks. Here's a little bit. Oh, that's tiny. I don't know if that's worth it. Oh, what's that? Bit of wood. Oh, look at that boy. That's opal. That's not wood. You can almost see through that. That looks like a bit of crystal from here. I need to check that one. Oh, here we go. Another bit. Let's get the light on and check these ones. This looks good. This looks like payday.
Actually,
Look at this. Holy moly. That is a mental piece. You seen that? That's like 3 times the size of that other chip and the color of that other chip. You can see through it. That's crystal.
That is crazy.
Can you imagine what that has come off? Like they probably found like a plate. Look at that one. It's got like a big roll on the top and then there's a nice bar underneath it just full of rainbows. This is really where the rainbow ended. Down here. Maybe these did come from the same seam. Because they've just both packed full of colour. And they've both got that nice crystally, you know, see-through aspect to them. It's a good day. Alright. Let's tip this out. And let's get some more dirt. Let's get some more rocks. Let's make it rain. That's a winner, man, right there. Big boy coming down. Don't want to be in the way of that one. That's kind of scary. That's a pretty good pile. All right, let's see what we got. Let's get the black light on here. Oh, bit of wood. More wood. Oh, bit of wood. No, a bit of opal. Look at that. That's a nice little chunk as well. You definitely could have just left that bit behind and that could be full of colour. And that is exactly why these black lights are just so essential to all your mining with any kind of crystal and white opal, like here in White Cliffs. And look at this. Another, oh, I don't know how you'd miss that bit though. Look at that chunk. That's like another few bits. Oh, another bit there. That's only a little one, but still that other chip. That was just a tiny bit, and that was stunning. Oh, look at this. Another bit of wood. No, glacial stone. These things are so cool, these glacial stones. We always go on about them, but they are just so mad. Nice smooth stones. Look at that. I reckon that has opal on it. If this does, you call these the old painted ladies. Oh, she's got it. That is just another step getting a painted lady. So you got this glacial stone here, and because it's such a hard, dense little rock, the opal's pulled around it onto a face there, and it's just sitting there on this ancient stone that have rolled over from Antarctica. Well, that's the story that goes with them, anyway. I bet you the old timers threw that out as well, because that wasn't like a solid piece of opal. They would have gone, ah, it's just a bit there and a bit there, and just thrown a beautiful specimen away. Oh, mate. Look at that little bit. Just solid bar of green. As my good friend Mr. Manning would say, that is big and that is cheesy. You know what, he probably wouldn't. He'd probably make fun of us with that and go, oh, I've seen opal this big. Look at that. That is cool. One more little chip here. Even that one's got a bit of colour. You know what's probably happened? This is one of those holes that the old timers have been sitting next to the hole having a fire at night going through their opal, and all the shit bits, they're just chucking it down the hole next to them. And it's just all ended up on the bottom of this for us to find. How cool. What a story it tells, this opal. I've only got a few more days here. Jay, if you wanna, do you wanna go and cut that opal so we can see what it looks like all cleaned up?
Yeah, I can go get started on that if you want. Are you just going to keep going through all of this?
Yeah, I'll go through this. This is pretty much done, this one. But I'll just keep going through it. I'll bring down a little bit more and see if it's still going. Because if it's still going, if it's like all the way up the shaft, we could just go through this for the next couple of days, really.
Yeah, okay, so do you want me to move this big pile of dirt here over there so you've got more room to bring more down? And that way you can keep digging longer while I'm not down here?
Yeah, definitely. Let's do that. We'll get it out of the way. We'll get a new fresh pile and find some more gems.
I'm gonna miss the bloody good part. But I am actually pretty keen to see how some of those opals cut up. Like, they looked spectacular. Alrighty, that'll give you plenty of room. Thanks, brother. I'll see you soon. I'll get to cutting. Good luck, find some more gems. Alrighty, guys. So, I'm gonna head back up and get to cutting. See if we can turn those gems into some diesel, really. That's all we're turning into. So I'm in the cutting room now and I'm about to get started. What we're gonna do first is basically just take each individual piece of opal, grind away as much dirt as possible so we can see what material we've actually got to work with. And then after that, you know, we'll take a better look at the material, decide what shapes we're gonna cut, and then finish it off. But I'm not gonna film too much here just because I wanna get it done as quickly as possible and show you guys the end result. So let's get started. Well guys, I've been cutting for a while now and I think we've got some absolutely killer material, especially that red stuff. Like, that come up absolutely wonderfully. What I'm gonna do now is basically just finish everything off by myself. I'm gonna grab our templates. I'll, you know, decide what sort of shapes I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna stick mostly to like ovals and, you know, circular kind of shapes this time. Not gonna do too much freeform. I'm gonna stick to, you know, some more traditional shapes which sell a little bit easier. But yeah, I'll pretty much work on most of this by myself. I'm not really going to film too much more just because I want to focus on cutting the material, so you guys get to jump straight ahead to the end result. Let's go. Well guys, I think we've cut some fantastic stones. I'm heading now over to the camp to show JC the end result, but I think he's gonna be pretty happy. I know I am. All right, let's show JC the gems. JC, have a look.
Oh, bro, they cleaned up nicely.
They come up pretty good.
They come up freaking cracker. Remember how we said in there it'll be like, what was it, around 500 to 1,000?
Yeah.
That's got to be $1,000 stone, bro.
I reckon all up we ended up with, yeah, a couple of $1,000 worth of opals from just clearing out an old shaft, making a new air hole.
How good is that? Some dudes that have left it behind. And that's what you get. That's what you've left behind, blokes. Bloody old timers.
Thank you, old timers.
Yeah, thank you and praise the old timers.
Well, JC, there's one thing left to do. Jump in the ute.
Bro, look at that. There's not even any water in there.
There ain't much water, that's for sure.
Jeez, that's a bit sad.
Must have been a harsh summer.
Look at that.
I don't think we're going to be able to use the rope swing.
It's like less than half full. Let's go have a look, eh? Oh, it's like all green and algae. That has just killed it, dude. It's ruined the last part of the plan. We can't do that now.
That's all right, JC. I've got a better plan. Now that, my friend, is a plan. We might not be able to cool off with a swim, but
we got a traveler.
We got travelers.
Alrighty then. I guess we'll cool off with a can.
I guess we will. Woo!
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brah. To a good start to the season. Everything that you know, we found, we're just going to turn that into diesel. We're going to get Hooters set up, which is our new claim that we're working on. We're going to crack plenty more tins. Stick around, subscribe. Hopefully this dam will fill back up at some point and we can actually cool back off.
We usually swing off this thing into the dam. This is how bad the drought is. Look at that. This is our swing point. Oh, it definitely won't make it.
A couple more of these and you'll make it. I'm glad someone's put these seats here though. This is wicked. These were not here last year. Some good Samaritan has brought these down.
Yeah, no, this is great. If only there's a bit more water. But it's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
So what's your plan now, JC? You heading off tomorrow?
Yeah, we got to go tomorrow. Get back home. Fix the bus up again. More fixings on the bus. And then hopefully we'll be back out within a couple of months, a few months maybe. So actually, we might make it out for May. But I don't know right now. We've got to see. We'll definitely be back out for winter and to do some serious digging then. But until then, you and Noz are going to have to hold down the fort.
Me and Noz will get to work on the Hooters claim and yeah, get stuck back in. Should be good.
A lot of prospects with that Hooters claim.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next time.